Today is the day that I have been accepted for my very first credit card here in Taiwan. Yes, it's only took nearly 14 years. And let me tell you, the ordeal that I've gone through, although it was a massive ordeal, but there was a lot of negativity surrounding my credit card application story. Now, to start with, the reason why so many foreigners make a big deal about getting refused, or why so many foreigners do get refused credit cards here in Taiwan, is for a number of reasons. And some people can get them easily through their families or spouses. Some people have a bit of luck. Some people have a really good record of income actually going into their bank from said employer. However, some foreigners have different income patterns. Some foreigners have different tax payment patterns, whatnot. I won't go too much into that right now. So the question is, do you actually need a credit card? Well, personally, I've been doing fine without one. And I've never really had one. I hadn't had one for many, many years now. The last one I had was back in the UK, and I was a disaster with it. So I never had one again. And do I really need one to make my life better? No. But the point is, I just want some of the benefits what other people get, like air miles. And some of them now, you can get free crypto. So I made a conscious decision to actually apply for one. It's going back maybe 4 or 5 months ago now. Now, I did a bit of research. So I went online, I researched which is the most foreign friendly one. Now, I'm with a bank which is predominantly foreign friendly. I've had no bad experiences with them, E.Sun Bank. Now, E.Sun Bank also has a US dollar account as well. So you can actually transfer US dollar into your US dollar side of E.Sun, or you can connect your PayPal, the USD PayPal, and it goes into your E.Sun Bank as well. And every time you go into an E.Sun Bank, there's always an English-speaking member of staff there, like a front of house person ready to deal with any issues. And I've had nothing but good things to say about them, apart from waiting stupid amounts of time just for the smallest little thing. Like I had to go and get a letter just to show my address, just like a normal statement. In the UK, you can get a statement with your name, address, and just a statement, when you use it for ID purposes or to validate your address. So I went in there. Actually, that was the same time when I applied for this credit card. So I went in there, and they don't actually do a statement of that kind of thing. Like we take it for granted back in the UK, you can print it off on your own. But here, I had to wait, and they had to specifically provide me with a document with my address with my backward name, because in Taiwan, it puts your name, surname or middle name, or surname, first name, then middle name. And sometimes people just call you your middle name instead of your first name. It's all muddled up. So the credit card application itself took about 20 minutes. Again, staff were great and was helping me write the Chinese characters, and also those patient when I had to sign my own name, which took a while. And then I just needed this one sheet of paper, just a A4 piece of paper, what was like an up-to-date statement with my address on and my name. And that literally took 80 minutes. And I was patient because it was so good. But at the end of it, I was reaching my tether. I was right at the top of boiling point. But I did good. So there are these little things, but it is quite orderly fashion. You go in, you get your ticket, and you wait. So anyway, I applied for this credit card this time, but I'll come back to the kind of card I've got, because the story doesn't start there. The credit card story actually begins with me going, like I said, to another bank, Cafe United, because I saw that this Cafe United credit card, the lowest of the low, basically what everyone's getting. I've read that it's more foreign friendly and more foreigners were getting accepted to it. And more often than not, a high percentage of foreigners were getting accepted. So I thought, great. I went in there, had all my documents with me, tax forms, pay slips, qualified for everything. Tick, 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 tick. Okay, good. Went in person. I signed a form with them. I was in a separate office. I thought, great. This is guaranteed. I'm not even talking to a machine, not even talking to a robot here. This is guaranteed, right? I said to her, it's all good. She said, yeah, great. we'll send you everything through your post in 2 weeks. So I thought, that sounds positive. Awesome. So anyway, I go back and wait. And I've been in all the forums, everything, and researching, and this one was meant to be more foreign friendly. Now, look, some foreigners don't have this kind of problem, but some foreigners have had zero chance after applying for many loans, overdrafts, or credit cards as well. So I thought, great. Waited 1 week, nothing came, but I was too early. I was too early. So it's getting around to the second week. I kept on checking mailbox. I'm excited because it's air miles, right? I do a lot of traveling, so I want to start collecting some air miles and help bring down my my business class tickets. And I'm looking, it still hasn't come. I'm like, well, okay, 2 weeks. It could be just over 2 weeks. And finally, it came. I got the letter, opening it up, expecting to feel like a card in there ready to activate. Opening it up, and it was a letter saying that I'd been turned down. And it was more demoralizing, like you've just been turned down for a job or something else. And I was like, this isn't right. I literally qualified for everything, like everything it said. Salary tick, okay. Residency tick, yeah. Okay, passport tick, yeah. Tax reports tick, yeah. Everything was ticked. All boxes were ticked. So I thought, should I just leave it? I thought, no, it's principle now. Not that I would have liked it for the air miles and the bonuses, but I don't really need it. But I'm really curious now, I was thinking. Also because I help people to relocate here, so I need to I need to kind of figure this out just in case, right, for myself. Oh, just on that point as well, I've just put live today the Taiwan apartment renting toolkit. So instead of having to pay one-on-one for me, which can be quite expensive for some people, you can just get the online toolkit, which has all the information you need to help support your move and rent out an apartment in Taiwan. So I put the link down below in the comments and description for that. Yeah, you want to get on that. So yeah, I thought, right, this is principle now. So I came back, I got a shower. It's like middle of summertime then. Got the shower, got my stuff, got my documents again. So I had everything again. They'd already taken like photographs of my payslip and all my forms, all my passport, all my ID. I even let them see one of my bank accounts, my statement, my on-screen statement, so they saw how much money I've got, like how much more clear, and history of previous pay slips or tax returns, right? You've got a history of money going into your bank account as well. So I had all that with me, and I went to them and I showed them the letter, and a security guard was dealing with me, and I said, sorry, can I talk to one of the staff, actually the banking staff? And because before I talked to like one of the site managers, and the security guard said, no, you've got to call them up. So I went to Cafe United. So Cafe United isn't my bank. So I went in there, and I'm on the phone, and then I'm talking to the separate credit card application department. Finally, I got through to an English speaker, and I'm not complaining about that. That's my fault, okay? It's communication. I'm grateful that they can give me an English speaker. The security guard's still there, and he's kind of like ordering me around, and I said, just let me get on with this. Thanks, I'm all good now. I said, can I just talk to a human again? And when I was on the phone, and they said, oh, you've been declined. I said, okay, wait there, I need to talk to a human now, okay? So we'll call you back. So I put the phone down. I said to the security guard, please can I go into one of the side offices again and just talk to someone face to face, just to find out what happened, because by right, you are allowed to find out what you got declined on so you can make it better, whether it's your credit rating or any other criteria. So I went in, one of the staff was really, really helpful. She helped me call them. So she called them, then they called back, then she called them. And I thought, you're working at the same kind of branch, different departments. Sorry, not the same branch, but the same bank. Maybe different branches, different departments, but surely I can get a little bit further in the process. Anyway, it ended up that they couldn't help me, so I had to call them and talk to them myself. So I was talking to them, stood there with my pen and paper, and I'd done research that if they wasn't willing to give you or email the actual document and reasons why you was declined, you can actually create some kind of formal complaint and case. And look, a lot of other foreigners, there are routes where you can complain about agitated treatment and discrimination against foreigners as well. It is a thing. And I said to them on the phone, I said, look, you have to provide me with details why it was rejected. And they said, oh, it was just rejected. Computer says no. Computer, if you're my age and older, you'll remember that from the TV back in the UK. Computer says no. I said, no, I need to know. You have to tell me. So please, can you send me? Also, you need, by law, you have to send me where you got my credit rating from, the ways you used it, and you have to send over documents by email or to me by post. And they just said, oh no, that's just for decision. I said, no, it's not about decision now. It's about, you've got to give me feedback on why, because by law you have to do that. And she wasn't having it. So I said, okay, in this case, I'm telling you now, I ticked all the boxes for everything. I went through everything. I said, I've got proof, I've got photocopies of everything what was needed. I said, so is it because, and I didn't want to play this card. I didn't want to play this card. But sometimes to actually get a tune or get to where you need to go, you have to say it. I said, is it because I'm a foreigner? I said, you are not allowed to discriminate people who, of anyone, of any country, any race, whether you're a local or not. I said, I'm a permanent resident. I said, is it because I'm a foreigner? And are you treating me differently than you would with a Taiwanese applicant? And I said, this is discrimination, yes? And they said straight away, they said, no, it's not. And I said, well, you need to, by law, tell me the criteria, what I'd failed on. Like, even if computer said no, you have a reason why. You have to tell me that now. This was going on and on and on. And look, I'm still trying to be polite. I'm being diplomatic because, I really want to find out, and it's not their fault. It's just the way of them communicating, handling it isn't great. But again, I'm a foreigner in another country, and I can't have this conversation in their language fully yet. So I appreciate all the help I'm getting there. So anyway, she came back with criteria saying my age, and I said, so you discriminate my age? I said, I'm still like going on to mid-40s, right? I'm not like 98 or something. I said, that's a bit strange. And then they said, like, your income. And I said, that's very strange, because the criteria is literally like a student salary. And I've given all the evidence I needed. I've even given evidence from savings accounts and everything, like all my financial bits of paper, what I could prove that I had the right amount to qualify. I said, so how I don't understand. So you discriminated me on age then? And they said, no, it isn't like that. I said, it is like that. Like, what else is there? Anyway, so I left it there. I said, look, I'm gonna open up an official complaint. Okay, this is strange. So I went away, and for the next week, they kept on trying to call me. I'm in the gym, or I'm out, or I'm doing something, or doing business. I'm in meetings, and they're trying to call me. So basically, they was trying to call me, and I did answer it a couple of times, and they was asking for the details and to confirm them. And I said, sorry, I'm not confirming anything over the phone. And I said, just let's let it go now, okay? I don't want a credit card anymore. So I forgot about that. And I thought, you know what? I thought, right, that's ridiculous. Why did I even go to a different bank? Why did I have it in my head that my own bank, E.Sun, who treated me really well, and I have been really good with them as well in terms of financially. I said, why didn't I just see what they've got to offer? So I started looking through the E.Sun cards. And they've got a good range. Some of them with air miles or points you can turn into air miles. Some of them with like some cryptocurrency and whatnot, and cash back. So I thought, I can even do it from my app. I can apply now, but I thought I won't. So that's when, going back to the beginning, when I went into the bank to actually do it by hand, face to face. And I took all the documents in again, and I said, look. She said, which one do you want to apply for? And I said, well, I've seen you got the unicorn. I've seen you got another Korean bear one. I said, but I want the bottom one. I just want the bear card, which is the Taiwan black bear with a white V on the vest. And she laughed and she said, that's for students and teenagers. And I said, exactly. I said, that's exactly what I want. And that is exactly why the bear card is the credit card for me. So, bear card, minimum. We're talking about, when you're a student, you get your first credit card and you even qualify as a student. It is that low criteria. So I applied. And I said to her, look, if I do good, if I get this bear card and I do good, can I get promoted up to the unicorn card, like the next one? She said, possible. I said, great, but let's focus on getting this bear card first. So we're at that point. And then, anyway, my own bank starts emailing me saying, oh, we need more documents. We need this. I'm like, oh, man. I ain't even got hair, but I'm like, come on. I said, we've done all this. So I'm sending them emails. And then a couple of days ago, they're trying to call me and they're sending me SMSs saying, check your account and everything. We need more details. I'm like, this isn't looking good. I'm not even going to get the bear card here at this rate. I said, this isn't looking good at all. So I sent everything in. And then I got another SMS. So today I just went in, I took all my objects and they said, look, we need you to call us. So front of house staff helped me to call them. I called them, I talked to them. Again, really helpful, just like Cafe United, just like everyone, really helpful. Great service from E.Sun, really happy with them. I can recommend them from my own experiences as a foreigner here. And they said, yeah, we just need to confirm some more details. I said, okay, for the 8th time, okay, let's confirm it. Good. I said, so when can I expect everything in the post? Trying to push it on. And they said, okay, you'll get the result in 2 weeks. I'm like, the result? So it's not even been, you're asking for more details. It's not even been it's not even succeeded yet. The application still hasn't been decided yet. I still might not get the bear card. So I said, right, I'll wait for another 2 weeks then. Anyway, I came back home, ready to wait 2 weeks, and I got another message from her, and I thought, just give it a break. I can't do much else now. But after translating a message, it said, log into your account when you have your card details because it is ready to be activated. And I've been successful getting the bear card. Look, Rome was not built in a day. It's steps, it's foundations, it's different levels. Start the bear card, move on to unicorn, go on to the Korean bear. Okay, this is what we're working towards here. E.Sun know my value as a customer and I know their value as well.